The following announcement is paid for by the Wrestling with Nerds.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
This honky tonk man, greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and you're watching Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Yes, that's my favorite. Shake, rattle, and roll.
What's going on, wrestling nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We are talking about this week in WWE. We might have a teeny tiny bit of other stuff outside of WWE because we did purchase Revolution. Wasn't my idea. I did chip in the money, but we did purchase Revolution. But yeah, with this week's episode,
It was my idea.
I understand. Did you get a new belt? The $500 belt?
It was discounted
It is discounted.
heavily.
Is there like a dent?
No, it's 316 day.
Because Stone
What?
Cold says so.
Yes, I added it to the collection.
That's kind of
I
cool because
thought-
TJ's got the US, I got the World, and you got the Undisputed.
Yeah, I wasn't buying the new one. I hate the new one with the gold background. I like the leather background, but I don't.
Well-
I can't. The wife's got to dig out my side plates. She's got them packed away, and I'm like, I need my Philadelphia side plates for this thing. She's like, God, why do you do things like that to me? I'm like, oh, keep you on your toes.
But how you guys doing,
This
Mike?
thing is heavy.
Yeah, well, yeah, the older belts were
It's-
yeah.
significantly heavier than the newer
It's a
belts.
lot heavier than. It's even heavier than yours, and yours was heavy.
I thought TJ's was heavy. I didn't think mine was that heavy.
Yours was heavy. Maybe it was TJ's that was heavy, but this thing got some weight to it.
Mike, you weren't there when we watched AEW Revolution, right?
No,
it's not.
but
No?
I saw the one viral clip that everybody was talking about though.
What, Hangman?
Yeah, well, that
syringe?
one and the syringe to the lip.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
it
that was
was a
kind of...
cheek. It was a
But-
bit cheeky, fella.
I'll let Ryan decide when he wants to go into that. We could do that at the end. We could do it now. I don't care. But we are talking about this week in wrestling. We've had a lot going on. It's just the three of us. It's just the three of us. No, I'm sorry. But yeah, kind of getting this out of the way because somebody's making a trip a couple states away to bring back a truck.
It's my life. It's how I now
Okay,
or never.
okay, Bon Jovi.
It's my life.
You know, there's
Hey.
not many songs that people can do that will actually get stuck in my head. That one is one of them.
What about Have a Nice Day?
No, the thing I know about Have a Nice Day is the more the smiley face because I can draw that.
Shit
Or
hap-
Living on a Prayer.
Shit happens.
But this is the part where I say, Ryan, it's the wrestling show.
No.
No. No, do I
No.
do I need to tase you? I'll tase you.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. Narf.
Takes like 5,000 lightning bolts right to the arm.
Is that it? I didn't hear no bell.
The builds to these WrestleMania matches are getting more and more intense, and I'm actually, I would say, I mean, you guys can agree with me or disagree, but the last 2 weeks, both Raw and SmackDown have been almost flawless.
I will double down and say all three shows. Because while they're not going to WrestleMania, they're going to their WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, NXT's always been pretty on top of the game. They got a lot of cool things going on down there too. I think 1 week we're just gonna talk NXT just because how cool what's going on down there.
I'm still sad about
And even
Luka.
AAA. AAA's been pretty good. I didn't get to watch tonight yet, or last night. I mean, so I'm gonna try to. But Punk and Roman are on the rail,
They're
on
super
fire.
serial guys.
Um, I I think the one thing that bugs me about their story right now is the fact that it is hanging on the fact that CM Punk is old.
Well, did you hear about the rumor though this week that Creative was gonna make the Larry joke, but then they decided that was too far?
How is that too far when they talk about Alpha?
I don't know, but that was a rumor that was to be considered this week.
See-
But then they decided to go the old route.
If you're gonna bring in Roman's dad, who passed 2 years ago, the dog, CM Punk's dog, should be fair game.
Free game.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll still get it too. I mean, you still got what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, but even that would have been corny as hell. Like you're comparing the dude's father to a mutt. Sorry, but that's what it was.
Yeah, Roman says, I had the great Alpha and Sika. You had a stupid little dog.
Should have punted your dog years ago. That's like the only thing about theirs that I'm not. It's like when he went the old route, I'm like, really? Like Roman, you make an insult about Roman's father and he doesn't hit you, but Roman makes a comment that you're old and all of a sudden you blast him. Like, really? That's where we're going with this?
Unless they're gonna turn this into like an old Yeller kind of. But that means they're pivoting off of what they've been doing the last couple weeks anyway.
Old Yeller, more like old Butthead. You see that hairdo with the hair combed back? He looks like Butthead. Of course, we got the Obafemi calling out
Holy
answering
shit.
Brock's challenge.
That was glorious.
I've heard rumors that there is a possibility that we could get Braun in the next 2 weeks, and then that would set up Braun and Rollins. But I've also heard that if Braun's not ready, that Heyman and Gunther will come to some sort of agreement.
Keep going, boys. I gotta make a bottle.
And God, you alcoholic.
Mhm.
That Roman, I mean, that Paul and Gunther will make a business arrangement that Gunther will try to end Rollins' career at WrestleMania, because Gunther doesn't have a WrestleMania match because of Rey Mysterio's injuries. So
Gotta love when both Mysterios are out for right now. Like father, like son. One's in concussion protocol, and the other one's actually hurt.
NXT was really good with the women's triple threat match opening the show, a back and forth brawl. JC Jane gets the win after Zarya hits her F5 on Soul outside the ring, rolls her in the ring, and then the rest of Toxic Attraction holds Zarya out of the ring while JC makes the pin after JC had just gotten Soul snatched to get that win. They're setting up in my opinion, either a triple threat or a fatal four-way for. I think it's going to be more of a triple threat for Stand and Deliver with Ricky Saints and Ethan Page against Joe Henry for the NXT Championship. This new faction in NXT, the Birthright, where it's all the generational or Nepo babies, so to speak, faction is starting to kind of take off. It sounds like there's going to be a gauntlet match this coming week where the winner gets to face Miles Bourne for the North American title at Stand and Deliver. Kind of got a feeling that Lexis King's going to win that one. Kind of starting to point the picture of that one. Ren Sinclair beat Fallon Henley for the Speed title, which played out of the original triple threat match we were talking about because Zarya throws Fallon into the steps. She hurts her shoulder. She helps JC to win the match, but nobody helps her win her match. And then there's a little bit more drama backstage between the two of them about how nobody was there to help Fallon. So they're kind of starting to tease that possible matchup, which I find quite interesting. The news came out that Dean Malenko's daughter has signed with WWE. I haven't really seen much of her in ring in the indies or anything, but it sounds like she's just like her dad. And then AJ mentioned it last night that was it Nikki Blackthorn? Is that her name? Her Blackheart?
Blackheart.
Yeah,
Blackheart, Blackthorn, one of the two.
evidently she signed after her tryout. I did see a little bit more of her indie stuff. She's a good mixture of Rhea Ripley and Paige, from what I can see.
And she's got the face of Selena Gomez.
Yeah, so NXT is in good hands. Also, Regal has said that he was going to go talk to Shawn Michaels about making Robert Stone's part-time or
His internship full time.
Yeah, internship full-time. So that's looking pretty good. SmackDown knocked it out of the park this week. I think this week's episode was better than last week's episode. And last
I
week's
volunteer
episode
as
was really good.
Chelsea Green's new boyfriend because she's a widow now.
Yeah.
And Matt Cardona got his butt whooped.
Now the thing everybody's honing in on is who's on the phone, and it's kind of who's on the phone flipping the switch for Randy. Because when Randy's not on the phone, he seems like he's the good, fun-loving guy, and as soon as he gets on the phone, it flips the switch.
It's Mama Rhodes.
Hopefully it's not 2009 calling. That's a lot of long distance.
You gotta love WWE just putting that out there for you yesterday.
Yeah. New WWE Tag Team Champions. Elderly and Elderler.
I don't think we're surprised that they pulled the trigger on those two.
R-Truth and Damian Priest win the tag titles from the MFT. I don't think it's so much of pulling the trigger on Damian Priest and R-Truth. It's the MFT Wyatt family story. The tag titles needed to get out of that story.
They don't need the tag titles.
Yeah, it was.
They're fighting over the lantern.
It was all about the lantern, not the tag titles. So getting the tag titles out of that story was perfectly fine with me. We also got a tease of a possible faction being created between the Motor City Machine Guns, Candice LeRae, and Johnny Gargano.
I don't know if Johnny's going to be a part of that.
From what I've heard, yes, he is going to be part of it, and no, his contract's not up anytime soon. So that would be kind of interesting, a little faction if that is what gets created out of it. And it seems like that's where they're going with Candice helping them beat Fraxium. Jade Cargill comes to the ring looking like a badass female version of Sabretooth. I was hoping to get a pop on that one, but I just got I see it now. Yeah.
I didn't before.
Comes out, Rhea comes out. They
the
have
writing for that
spar.
segment I wasn't really too fond of because it was like bitch every other word.
I was gonna say, can we be honest? The promos like the last 2 weeks, it's been bitch this, bitch that, bitch you, and it's just like what?
I kind of see where they went with it because Jade's line's always been that she is that bitch, which means she's top dog. Rhea's telling her that this isn't going to be a cakewalk and you're not going to besmirch the wrestling business just because you feel like you have that ability. And I'm going to be that bitch that shows you that you're not that good. And then Jade leaves the ring and you get Michin and B-Fab walking down the ramp, one with a kendo stick, and the flashbacks from last week pop in where B-Fab and Jade are talking in the background of a segment, and I'm like, is B-Fab gonna like blindside Michin here? Like, what is the whole purpose of this?
Kind of where I thought that was going.
And then the smile and the turnaround, it was like, well, wait a minute. Now they can't beat her, so they join her. And I would not be, and I'm just throwing this out there, just going off of what their nicknames and everything are. I would not be shocked if this isn't called the HBICs, or like because I mean, it's been Mia's name or nickname for a while is HBIC, so I would not be shocked if that's not something what they use.
Do we foresee somehow that that new faction is going to take on like Rhea Ripley or maybe Io Sky or some other person down the road?
I think that Io will be there to try to back up Rhea next week. I see that happening. But I don't know who your third wheel on that one will be. I thoroughly enjoyed the women's tag team match. I thought it was pretty good, except for the thought that Brie Bella forgot to do her butt spin and forgot to go do her backflip into the ring for their entrance. It's setting up for either a 5-way tag team match or possibly a 6-team tag team match, because we get, and this sounds like a jacked card that I'm really tempted to make the drive to Pittsburgh for next week, because we're getting Tiffany versus Julia for the United States title next week. We're also getting the Bella Twins versus Charlotte and Alexa next week.
I can't believe she took my spoon.
Bailey and Lyra and the Kabuki Warriors are now pushing to get title shots. Chelsea's in the back getting ready to pull her Kevin Nash stunt.
Uh-huh.
So I think what we could get, if we get 6 women or 16 matches, it will be Kiana James and Julia added to that. And I think we're gonna find out that Chelsea's not injured like we're all thinking.
Yep.
Or she's gonna be healed before then, and it's gonna be Tiffany and Chelsea for the US title at Mania.
I just love the backstage segment yesterday with the spoon, and then Charlotte just like puts her spoon slowly in there.
I like the segment with the Irresistible Forces and Chelsea with the wheelchair.
Push her out of the way.
Nia just walks up and pushes her out of screen. I thought that was great.
Uh-huh.
We get some more you know it my taste in promos and storytelling when you can get a little reality into the story. You've got Cody's best friend Matt Cardona trying to stand up for Cody, and been friends with Randy for 20 years, asking him what the hell's going on, all that kind of stuff. Randy gets pissed off and says, "Stay out of my business," and gives him a cheap forearm. And then kind of like clicks back in and wants to apologize to Cardona, and it's like,
Yeah. Yep.
Something's gonna flip. And we saw that. We saw the flip. It wasn't as aggressive as it was towards Cody. He did break Cardona's arm with the old chair. Yeah, it's the old chair gimmick. But I'm wondering what Cody friend will be next.
Yeah, Cody's supposedly Cody's gonna be on SmackDown next Friday.
Yeah. Jelly Roll. He's in 2 separate angles at the same time. Don't know why.
And apparently he might have fathered Kit Wilson.
Oh, he put his belly on his mama's back.
So I would assume next week when Kit Wilson and Jelly are gonna fight, that's not gonna end very cleanly.
Somebody else is getting involved.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know. I kind of see it leaning one way, although the internet says it'll be another way. I kind of feel like you're gonna get maybe Jelly Roll and Danhausen versus The Miz and Kit Wilson. It's kind of leaning that way.
Hold on. Our new friends have not heard the soundboard.
Oh, do I need to leave? I can leave and come back, and then we'll play it.
Danhausen 316 says, "I just cursed your ass!"
From Monday night.
That was very funny.
You are cursed.
And speaking of, somebody who throws out a lot of merch, Ryan, we have a lot more Wrestling with Nerds merch down in the link in the description for everybody to enjoy and rep their favorite wrestling podcast.
We sure do. We now have we have our WWN logo now plastered all over the center of a shirt. It's no longer just the kind of looks like the old WWE Generation logo. It was created by 3 of us while I was driving a truck. We now have that T-shirt. We have
A hat.
uh, the Wrestling with Nerds, the WrestleMania style logo on a long sleeve shirt, I believe, and a T-shirt now.
Yep.
And we also now have a hat with like the foreign or like the British style where the logo is off to the left on the front of the hat, so it's not just plastered in the center. Kind of my idea. I kind of like that look.
And it has one on the side too.
Yeah, and then it has the Wrestling Illustrated Wrestling with Nerds logo on the side. Looks beautiful. I think I'm getting one this week. I forgot to order it last night, so I'll probably order it when we get off here. Other adventures that we are in are also on there for merch. So hit us up, have fun, buy some shirts, buy some hats.
Yeah.
Plus, October's right around the corner. We have our breast cancer awareness beanies.
Still up there.
I know I have 2 of them.
I'm just saying. Throughout the year, if people buy the breast cancer stuff, I tally it up and then I donate those proceeds. Last year, I think it was like $22 worth. Not a lot, but I had to end up adding $3 of my own because I think the lowest I could donate was $25.
Yeah. So, I forgot about the Jacob and Drew fight through the whole damn show. Gave me very old school vibes where they just started showing up in places beating the living hell out of each other.
Are you okay that it's just
fine.
Jacob and Drew?
Yeah.
Because I wanted Drew and Aldous.
I did, but I did too, but I'm perfectly fine with Drew and Jacob. They're beating the hell out of each other and it's fun to watch.
Where does Sammy fit into this picture too?
I think Sammy's gonna get Trick, and I think we're gonna get a double flip.
I mean, I know Trick's playing the asshole and the heel. I don't see him as a heel though.
But on the paper, that's what he is. He's the heel and Sammy's the face.
And then since we're talking about bad guy right there, what does Randy Orton have to do to get booed? Because
he's not getting booed.
He's
not.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to at all.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe RKO Pharaoh. That might get him a boo.
Might get Pete involved.
I mean, what was it last night?
I mean, you can RKO Liberty. That might get it.
Oh, what happened last night? He after the
One
chair
more
shot.
time.
Yeah,
One more
that's
time.
exactly
One
right.
more
That's what I
time.
heard. And it's like these people were like, nah, we ain't booing this guy.
No, I don't. I don't know what he's going to have to do to become.
Do you know how you're getting booed? The one on the phone's Triple H. Automatically will get him booed because he's aligned himself back with Triple H.
Yeah, because I know last week we mentioned Shane. People are going to love
Owens,
Shane.
they're going to pop. If it's Shane, they're going to pop.
What if it's The Rock?
That might be the only other one that can get him a boo. But are we going to get him on the phone with The Rock every week and then at Mania The Rock finally shows up? So
Probably not.
At least Hunter's there every week.
But I think this match needs to be. I think this match needs to be the same as Cena and Cody from SummerSlam. What was it? No disqualification, no holds barred. Anything goes. I think at this point you've put yourself in that situation where this match is getting to the personal point where it needs to have no rules.
I mean, with what we heard Friday night, I don't even think him RKOing Brandy or punting Mama Rhodes or what have you, I don't think that's going to get him booed either.
Can I argue that maybe you should do a Hell in a Cell match at Mania? Because we haven't had one of those in a long time. Something different than a no holds barred.
We had one at 39.
What was the one at 38?
Edge and
Oh, yeah, that yeah.
I would be more ambered for a Hell in a Cell match between Drew and Jacob than I would Cody and Randy right now. Cody and Randy right now just needs to be like a no DQ match type deal. And then if it goes on for a couple matches, then give me a Hell in a Cell to finish it. That might be the way to go with that. But I think they're definitely lining up. You're starting to get a finalization of what a card for Mania is gonna look like.
I mean,
You
I
just don't
definitely
know
like
day
the
or night.
theme song.
They added another one last night. It's not just AC or not, Jesus. I can't even think of the band. Aerosmith. It's not just that one. It's Nickelback.
Which is a song that's been out for years that they just got the rights back to. It was for a mobile game back in 2021 that they were contracted to write the song for. And then they had to wait a certain period of time before they were actually able to put it out and publish it themselves. So it released yesterday and then, it released yesterday and then immediately got put on the WrestleMania theme song card.
I saw so many people yesterday on Twitter being like, the streak is over for the weekend.
Thank God.
The what?
The streak is over for the weekend in WrestleMania theme songs.
I know WrestleMania 40, I got tired of hearing every damn song. And then last year was even worse.
What was worse at WrestleMania 40, Ryan? Hearing the Weekend song or the two jackasses behind us?
You say it, and all of a sudden I can hear an annoying ass voice saying "Final Boss."
The final boss.
A final boss.
You give Ryan an aneurysm.
For sure.
But I can tell you,
but
I'm looking forward to this WrestleMania a hell of a lot more than I did last year's.
yeah, and I think it goes back to what I said last week about they know they have to knock this one out of the park at the same place.
Do you think that they're succeeding in that?
Very much so.
If they give us some blood at Mania, I'll be happy with it. Especially with the feuds that they're doing personal.
And they kind of changed up the graphics for WrestleMania a little bit. I noticed that on SmackDown. The whole time they've been teasing this WrestleMania logo that kind of gives you that Sin City movie feel with the black and the white and everything, and now it's kind of like a junkyard or like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Not black and white anymore. It's got color.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So it'll be interesting.
I just wish they'd bring back the moving ones. Like with the people would actually move.
Where they do the
and then
it would
stop
freeze.
and do the freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we're headed to a good WrestleMania. I did see the rumors. I guess it'll get announced Monday on Raw, but apparently the celebrity wing will be getting a little bit freakier because it sounds like Dennis Rodman is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
You think he's gonna wear a dress?
No. I don't hate the idea of Rodman in the Hall of Fame. Actually, I thought he probably should have been in way earlier because
should put him and Kevin Malone at the same time.
It's Carl Malone there.
Sorry.
No, but I think Rodman has put himself out there enough times wrestling. Two times on Bash at the Beach. There was another one he was involved in. He won the season of Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Wrestling Challenge or whatever it was. So I mean, Rodman has put in work in the ring and everything, and the man skipped the finals practice to show up on Monday Night Nitro.
Yes, he did.
What doesn't get you into the Hall of Fame more than skipping a finals practice? And still winning a championship because they're the Chicago Bulls.
And it's Michael bleeping Jordan.
Yep.
Nope. No more needs to be said about that one. But I think, I mean, from top to bottom, from Saturday night over to Sunday night main event, I think we're getting a really stacked card. I did hear where it's supposed to be like 12 matches for WrestleMania this year, which is fine for 2 nights. I would be fine. I'm fine with
6
that.
each night.
We're
Yeah, I think
gonna
it's 6 each night.
we're gonna have to at least have a couple more fillers and probably some huge multi-man matches or multi-women matches.
I don't think you're gonna get.
Ladder match.
I don't. I mean, I think the women's tag team match is gonna be your multi-man match, and I don't see any other ones. Unless they do something with the men's U.S. title, I I don't see it. I haven't quite put my finger yet on what they're doing with the Intercontinental title.
That was what I was going to bring up. What about the
Um,
Intercontinental title? I could see that being a multi-man match.
but I think you're gonna get Finn and Dom. You're gonna get Liv and Liv and Stephanie. You're getting Becky and AJ. I mean, yeah, Becky and AJ. You're getting Usos and Vision. You're getting Rollins, or you're getting Punk and Roman. You're probably getting Rollins and Gunther. You're getting Orton and Cody. You're
Fatu and Drew.
You're getting the women's tag team match. You're getting Fatu and Drew. You're getting the U.S. Women's Championship match. There's 10 matches.
You mentioned Brock and Oba.
Yeah,
You're
Brock and
getting
Oba.
Brock
That's
and
11.
Oba. There's 11.
So what's your last one then?
Where's LA?
Ooh.
I said that last night. What I forget what it. Oh, I thought it would be very interesting if it's Braun versus Rollins with LA Knight as the guest referee. I thought that'd be a nice
Because
little
he
touch.
hates everybody in that match.
Yeah. But who knows? I mean, we could get. I think if we go the path of Rollins and Braun, then we might get Knight and Gunther.
Ugh. I don't know if I want to see that.
Well, they
It
need to
could be a
start working on a
possibility.
story then.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't see who Penta can face for the IC title. And you don't want to put Penta in the IC title in the Dom and Finn match. You want that to be a one-on-one match.
Then probably a battle royal ladder match or
But who off the Raw roster do you throw into a battle royal for the IC title?
both El Grandes.
El Grande. Well, no, that's gonna be probably a mass versus mass match, isn't it? With those two.
I don't know. I don't
Let's
think you
say
want to
save
kill
that for AAA.
I don't think you want to kill that gimmick yet. I think if anything, you kill it in AAA.
So let's say you put both El Grandes in there. Put maybe one of like Grayson Waller or Kofi Kingston in that match, or
I swear
Javon
to God,
Evans.
I mean this, and I've actually done this on the universe, and I'm just trying to figure out a second like American name to use.
Dragon
But
Lee.
them not putting the Creed brothers under mask to align himself with the OG Americano is just sacrilege. It should be a 6-man tag match.
War Eagle and Second Amendment.
I have War Eagle. I just can't think of a second American like US name to use for Julius Creed, and you would have I think a fun little angle where you've made them masked character wrestlers as well.
Liberty Bell.
Call him Freebird.
That'll just piss TJ off because like, look, TJ, there's Liberty Bell.
Just call them the Freebirds.
So I really don't know, but that's the fun part. We get to sit back and watch. We got what 3 more weeks?
Yep.
Yeah, WrestleMania is basically a month from 2 days ago.
Damn.
We getting close, boys. Which sucks because that April 18th, the Saturday.
Yeah.
It's Susie's birthday party at the Hartford
Oh.
Yard Goods game.
Oh no.
Oh, no. You need to start informing.
Hi, can I help you? Yeah, I can't go. Sorry, bye.
You need to start informing your friends that live near you that this weekend of all weekends is off limits.
Just pick up the phone.
Ugh. I used to tell my dad when like we would have drivers and new drivers and everything. It was like they would all be like, I like one was like a big football fan, so he's like, I need the Super Bowl Sunday off, and I'm like, sure, no problem. I'll work Super Bowl Sunday. It don't matter to me. And I would look at my dad and say, this weekend right here, or this Sunday night, because back then it was only on Sundays still. And I'm like, this one? Yeah, I'm not working. I'm off.
Well,
Like, Like,
I took I took Monday off from work, so I can enjoy WrestleMania on Sunday night. Don't have to go to work the next day.
I think that Saturday, I think one of my relatives has a kid's birthday party. It's a pool party, and it's at like 4 in the afternoon. And I told my wife, I said, we're home by 6. I don't care. I don't care if they're in the middle of cutting cake. We're home at 6, I'm home at 6, and you find a way home. One of the two.
The funny thing is, I told her that. She goes, "If you need to leave, you could leave." I go, these tickets were $55. We're getting food the whole game. We're getting drinks the whole game because she did the party deck.
Uh-huh.
We're doing the party deck, and it was like $55 a ticket, and we're pigging out the whole freaking time. I go, I will eat double that. Don't you worry. And my phone will be on wrestling the whole time while I'm watching baseball. Plus, the game starts at 6:00. It'll be done by 8:30 at the latest. I'll be home by 9:30.
Yeah. But yeah, my wife even knows. She'll ask me when it gets around that time of the year. She's like, "What weekend's WrestleMania weekend this year?" So I know we don't have to go nowhere. It's like, exactly.
Just she had to pick all those weekends. And her birthday's the 10th.
What? Her birthday's not even that weekend?
No.
What a bummer.
She'll be down in New Jersey seeing family.
Uh,
I know more stuff going on with my best friend's family than I do with my own.
Tough break this. She's going to New Jersey. I hate going in that place.
Yeah, doesn't it stink like the minute you get up there?
Yeah, it's the edge of the toilet bowl of America. It gets all the piss and everything else that dribbles on it.
So we got anything else before we close it up? And
I mean, we can talk about AEW quickly if you want.
Yeah.
Have fun with the syringe.
I will say I sat back and I thought about it as much as I watched all of it. I sat back and really like just watched matches. I didn't overthink anything and I just watched it. And it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. I'll give it that. It wasn't bad.
I thought there were some very stupid moments.
There were some very, very good matches. But then they take it that 1 or 2 steps too far, and it's like,
just for the shock factor.
Yeah, it's like, I thought that FTR and the Young Bucks, as much as I don't like the Young Bucks, I thought their tag match was very, very good. They set up Edge and Christian coming back to now take on FTR for their tag titles. I'm fine with that. Moxley and Takeshita, I thought was a pretty solid match. I've come to the conclusion that when Tony Khan signed Okada, that the rule was that he must have a championship, or at least one championship the entire time he's on the roster, because I don't think he won that Continental Championship, and I don't think he's ever lost it. But they did drop the 6-man tag titles to Jet Speed and Mystico, which makes any WWE guy laugh hard because we know how much botches Sin Cara or Mystico did when he was in the WWE. So it's just kind of like, okay. We had the Tony Storm Maria Shafir match. It was okay. It was a little hodgepodge in some spots. I definitely think that Maria should have won that match. Like the build for the match was Maria should have won. Um, you had her dominating Tony for 10, 15 minutes. Tony makes a comeback and on a whim hits her and a pins her. And it
Right.
was kind of like, that's kind of a flop. And then they totally botched the debut, returned, whatever you want to call it, of Ronda. Tony's laying up on the entrance ramp and the camera's on her. The next thing you know, the camera pans to the ring. And there stands Ronda Rousey, and the camera goes right back to Tony laying on the floor. Like, Tony, you missed your spot. You're supposed to be setting up looking at Ronda. And they totally botched that whole thing.
Does it matter because of the report that came out that Tony Storm's done for the 2026 now?
I think she got hurt in the middle of that match. There's a camber angle of a right hand from Maria that made solid contact. So I would say she might have a concussion. Is Ronda in AEW or was this a one-off spot just to show up to get a pop factor? I'm not 100% sure. Either way, it didn't make that crowd was extremely quiet when she showed up. The death match for the world title was exactly what we thought it was going to be a death match wise.
I very much loved the promo to start.
Yeah, the promo from MJF and
Zip.
everything was very good. Pissing on the everything and showing up in Terry Funk gear and saying that he would never live in a shithole like LA was a nice touch. I thought the match was, for being a death match, I thought the match was very good, except for the syringe. It's not needed.
It was just a shock spot.
It's a spot to get them to go ooh and ah and no and oh and
I mean,
oh
I
my
didn't
god.
like the light
and,
bulbs.
I don't mind the light bulbs just because they've been used before, and it's a pretty well known gimmick for death matches to use the fluorescent bulbs. I don't think though. I didn't like the finish.
With
I
him just
think.
hanging.
Yeah, I'm
Hangman
not a
Page
big
is
fan
hanging.
of doing the hanging. I honestly thought it would have been a nice touch if the finish would have been the stage spot. They both go off the stage, everything blows up around them,
And they're both out cold.
and they both get counted out, and it's just a draw. One, because you can build something back to that instead of, like you were talking about, kind of booking yourself into a corner with Hangman not getting a chance to challenge for the title again. I did hear something where Tony said something about like the wording of that is not exactly what it was said as far as never being able to.
So what they're doing is they say whatever they want and then change it afterwards. So
Yeah.
that's
But
dumb.
like I said, I think I would have liked that, and I don't think the fans would have been too disappointed in that, to be honest with you. But in this day and age, people want a clean result. They don't want a bosh or a smudge finish, so to speak. But sometimes a smudge finish is what's needed. And I think that would have worked really, really well. As bad as they beat the hell out of each other, for them to go off the stage, through the table, and all the sound equipment and everything. If neither one of them got up, I was perfectly fine with the match ending that way. And then you get spots. The hanging spot, I'm not a big fan of. I kind of knew it was coming the moment that he pulled out the dog collars, that was going to happen. The syringe spot is not needed. Really, the staple gun spot didn't need to happen either. It's just, I say that it's just, and I'm saying that as somebody that, yes, I watched ECW. Yes, I watched that hardcore. I'm not really big into like the death match wrestling scene on the indies and stuff. I find it just distasteful in a certain way. It's not wrestling in my opinion. But yes, I did watch ECW and I did enjoy ECW, but there were still things in ECW that I thought were a little too far on things. Um, and a staple gun is one of them. I think a staple gun, a syringe, even the board of nails that Moxley uses, I think is a little overboard. I'm fine with the glass because most of the time it's sugar glass.
I don't know about
Um,
here though.
I'm not sure here either, but I'm fine with the thumbtacks, and I even like it when they pull out the bag and it's Legos or something of that nature because it's just kind of got a little bit of comic relief to it because any father, any parent knows that fuck that hurts when you step on a Lego.
Hmm.
So like I understand those spots. But I'm also more the guy that I like the multi table spots. I like Bubba Ray and Matt Hardy going through off the ladder through 4 tables at WrestleMania 20 or 17, I think. No, yeah, 17, because then it was Jeff doing the Swanton through Bubba at 2000. Like I like the big table spots and I like the big chair spots. I like the stuff that's normally at ringside. Those big spots I'm fans of. The staple gun and the syringe and that stuff is just not not needed, and it makes the product look cheap in my opinion. Like it just does. Like it looks like you're just looking for the to get the pop all
Yeah.
factor that's gonna get the
Yep.
likes and all that stuff, and people that are swallowing Tony Khan's bathwater by the gallons is gonna think it's the greatest thing ever, and all honestly, it's not. Like just give me a death match where I don't I don't have to worry about you guys screwing a spot up and killing somebody. Is my biggest fear. And that syringe spot can be so easily all it takes is for the saline to run out of that needle and him pull it back and pop it just one time and get a puff of air, and it's the matter of life and death. So I hate this syringe spots. I think they're stupid. They're pointless. They don't do anything besides just a little bit of pain to the guy. You're not going to get a 1, 2, 3 off a syringe spot. So, um, but like I said, I didn't hate it. I'll probably try to tune in a little bit more, building to their Dynasty pay per view. Oh, good thing it's on Max, so I kind of go back and watch it where I don't have to try to watch it live. Um, but we shall see a little bit more of it. What I get a little bit more in AEW, but right now it's all about WrestleMania.
Did you guys see
Um,
that Tony Khan tried to bid on WWE when I was up for sale?
I heard that he offered like 6.7 billion, and it didn't happen. Which is a good thing because God
I don't
knows
know.
we don't need that.
I was to say I don't know what would have happened.
Um, yeah. So I've just been watching WrestleManias on Netflix, and my one complaint about Netflix is can we flip the order of the history of episodes? Like, I don't want to watch WrestleMania 17 and then the next one that comes on is 16. Like, it's backwards. Like, it's kind of dumb. Like, I like for today's example. I laid down after work last night. I laid down at noon, 11:30, noon o'clock.
Yeah.
That's my new word, noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock.
I turned on WrestleMania 27. No, 28 because I wanted to watch. I just seen the video of Cody talking about him and Big Show's match at Extreme Rules the following month. So I was like, I want to watch this Rumble or Mania, and then I want to watch that pay per view again. Um, Turned it on, fell asleep, woke up. Next thing I know, 27's playing. I'm like, why? I don't want to watch what happened last year. I want to go forward, not backwards. You can't go forward unless you go. You can't go backwards until you go forwards, or whatever Willy Wonka says.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, can we flip it, please? But AJ, you're falling asleep.
No, I'm good. It's just
Oh.
it's been a long day.
It's been a long. Oh, sorry.
We just watched that too.
We only had 2 more to go, dog.
Oh,
It
you
ain't
didn't
hap-
you,
it
you
ain't
didn't end
it
up
ain't
watching?
it ain't happening tonight. I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's streaming Outbreak.
yeah. I was gonna say everybody's doing
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I'm tired because I only slept like 2 hours, but
Same,
it's been fun.
but
I'm getting ready to hit the road. Luckily enough, I don't have to drive first, so I'll nap till we get the Buckies.
I forgot you weren't flying down.
I will get the Buckies and I'll get an energy drink, some beaver chips, and a sandwich, and I'll be good to go.
Sounds plausible. Sounds like you could do it.
Oh, it's definitely plausible, my friend.
Well, enjoy. Drive safe. Call when you get home. You know, all that good shit.
What are you talking about? You know I'm gonna be in Discord chit chat when I'm driving. I'll be bored out of my mind. I'm riding with my brother.
I thought you were going with your dad.
No, it's me and my brother.
Okay, I was gonna say, Dad, this is what I do every night. My phone's here, my earpieces in, and I just
Oh
watch
yeah, I can see
movies
that
while I
now. I'd
drive.
get the lecture on safety, and I'd be like, "Oh man, your packages get to where they need to be. Leave me alone."
And he'll start sending you the HR videos again. You're just
And
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
that's all right. Lonnie does them for me anyway, so
I get them too.
yeah. I don't ever do them. Lonnie does them. I'll
I make
send
sure
her. I'll get like 3 months behind, and I'll forward them to her email, and she'll be like, "You're home. You can do this." And I said, "Yeah, but you do such a good job." She goes, "I usually just take them 3 and 4 times until I finally pass them."
what I do is I stockpile them too, but I will do them when I get home. So when I get back to work the next day, I write that I did online training, so they have to pay me the extra
Nice.
stuff.
But all right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, peace
Enjoy
out,
the
everybody. Be
race.
safe.
Later.
Later.
Deuces.